past. I usually put about 3 or 4 items per table, but please don't overload the tables. Please, please, please. I say this every time, and I look over there, the table's like sagging. Just a few items on the table, and then go underneath the table with everything. We do want to try to clear the pallet if possible. Empty pallets are going to need to go up in that empty corner up there. So some of y'all guys, when you see the pallet empty, feel free to take it up there and stack it. So 3 to 4 items per table. Doesn't really matter what you put in this area. It's all the dry goods. I'm following the pallet as it comes in, so I'll tell him where to drop it. And then once we kind of get that area unloaded, I'll kind of be placing everybody as the day goes, the morning goes on, as far as produce, different things that we may be unloading. A lot of the students, I'm going to use y'all on the carts and buggies. I am going to need a couple of probably strong back guys outside. We are going to put a couple pallets, depending on what's on that truck, outside on the back of the road here, and we're going to unload some of our food back there. I've got a forklift coming to take the pallet from there to the back of the building. So Pastor Jim, I'll need a couple of these football playing looking guys. Yeah, I need y'all in the back. And I might need a couple of y'all inside. It just all depends. I never know what's on this truck until he starts unloading it. For the most part, some of the stuff we do know. So, is that dry goods, Mr. Hubert?
Yes,
are they for us?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just bring them and put them up in this corner if you don't mind. Because that's for my empty pallets. I think that's pretty much it. But a lot of y'all, I know Shannon's worked with me before. I'm going to probably be relying on her to help out a little bit in some of the areas. One thing to remember, when you unload the food, please keep the boxes. Just put the flaps inside and then keep them. We can kind of put them up in that area where Jennifer's, wave your hand, Jennifer. Kind of in that area where she's standing, and because we do need the boxes for packing, so please don't break them down, crush them, or anything like that. They're very important to us. Unless they're the flats, we can do away with them. And I've got a place for cardboard out, the trailer out near the dock there is the cardboard. So I think I've kind of covered everything. I'm trying to be quick. Let me wait till Mr. Hubert gets out. I do want to say thank you. Do we have any of the TVA representatives here yet? Thank y'all for being here this morning. This mobile pantry that we're about to unload and work on was a lot of the monies that were put toward this was a grant from TVA. So I want to thank you all. I'm not really sure who I need to direct that to, but thank you all for that. This is awesome. This is just an extra way for us to bless our community, and so just thank you for being here today, one, and thank you for offering the money, and thank you FPU for all the representatives that are here from them today. We appreciate y'all being here and kind of getting to see this in action. So, and we're feeding right around 150 families today. They have kind of slowed down in the number of families that we're feeding, but I think that's just because we're doing our distribution monthly now, so I think a lot of the needs being met, but still, 150 families are going to be fed today, so thank you all so much. And then we're going to say a quick word of prayer, and then we're going to get started. So thank y'all for being here today. God, we just thank you and we praise you for this wonderful day, this wonderful weather, God. And God, I thank you for the opportunity for all of us in this circle, God, to be your hands, to be your feet today. God, to be able to serve our community and serve others, Lord, that maybe don't have what we have. And God, let us always be mindful, Lord, of what we have and to be grateful for it. And God, keep all of us safe, Lord. Just keep everyone in good spirits with a good attitude, Lord. Give us patience, grace, and mercy with each other today, God. And I just thank you for all of the volunteers. Thank you for the money. Thank you for everything that made today possible, God. And we just praise you and thank you for everything. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so if somebody's got a knife and wants to cut that plastic, we can work on and start taking that stuff and put 3 or 4 items on each table.
Hello, everybody. We're here at Hands of Mercy on Easy Street right here in Fayetteville, and we have our CEO, General Manager, Britt Dye. And Britt, there's a lot of activity going on behind us.
Yes, we have a lot of activity, have a lot of good help, getting this food ready to get distributed out to those folks in need, and we're proud to be part of it.
Absolutely. This has been something we've been working on for a while, and we've got a lot of our team building people in here and some other guys working, plus we have TVA in here.
Yeah, TVA's in here as well because they do the food bank portion of, donating some of that. So we're here to help and got plenty of help from Tina and them, their group from Hands of Mercy, and we appreciate that as well.
Absolutely. Well, while we're here, all of our guys, if you're out and about, driving around, you'll see them now in pink hard hats this month.
Pink hard hat started the 1st of October, and it'll go through the end of October with our silo on the Huntsville bypass out there off the Huntsville Highway is also lit up pink.
Yep, for breast cancer awareness, and we want to continue that through the month of October. And today we are doing the food pantry here, and this is a really big deal, and we have some people from some young people here as well.
That's correct. Riverside Christian Academy, I think, has a lot of kids here, and I don't know where all they're from, but we got a lot of participation. Got a lot of food unload on this big tractor trailer truck sitting out here to get it packaged up and sent out as well. So got a lot of tables full of food, a lot of good help, and a lot of community effort here in making this work.
While we're on here, we want to mention that not too long ago, we had the opportunity of giving $20,000 to Hands of Mercy. You might talk a little bit about that.
That we did, and we matched it, and we had some community folks that helped us match the $10,000 to get $10,000 from TVA. So if you match 10, TVA will give you 10 to have a total of $20,000.
And we had the opportunity to do that because Hands of Mercy was a 501c3, and that was one we decided we would help out this time.
That is correct. There's a lot of requirements you got to meet to get the funding, of what the grants are. So we feel like that we're going to get it again this year, and then we'll make a decision how we're going to handle the grants.
Absolutely.
It's not really a grant, it's part of the pandemic relief.
Pandemic relief. All right, Community Care Fund.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's good to see you, and we're going to continue working for a while, and we'll talk to some more people.
All right. Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Tina, it's great to see you as always, and it's great to see all the activity going on behind us today, and to be at Hands of Mercy and what you do. But let's talk a little bit about a few months ago, there was a donation that was given between TVA and FPU and some local community partners where we all combined together to donate $20,000 to Hands of Mercy through the TVA Community Care Fund. And let's talk a little bit about how that has been helpful to you and to Hands of Mercy.
Absolutely. Huge blessing to our organization. It's just been wonderful, and it has helped us to further buy extra food that we needed. We were having to make extra trips to Nashville, so I was having to get transportation kind of with that. So it definitely has helped us sustain us through this time that we've seen the influx of people that have been coming in. So it's just been great. And the other huge thing that we're going to do with much of that money, and then another donation that came in, we desperately need a walk-in freezer and cooler here. It's something we've needed since the day we opened. If you could turn the camera on it, you'd see all of the freezers and coolers that we have here. It's just like regular stand-up, chest freezers. So we're going to be able to purchase a walk-in freezer and a walk-in cooler, and that's been a dream of mine since we opened. So for us to be able to do that, the amount of food we're going to be able to bless our community with is enormous. I can't explain to you, where we're given one item of a meat item, we're now going to be able to probably give 3 items. And so it's going to be able to feed that family even longer during that month. So it's tremendous. I mean, it's truly a godsend, and it's just, so it's kind of fulfilling a dream, that we've had, and they were a huge part in making that happen. So yeah, we're excited about that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Tina, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We have some of our TVA partners here with us today, and we have Mr. Jimmy Allen, Miss Megan King, and Bethany Kitch with us to talk a little bit about the Community Cares Fund with TVA and why that is so important that you guys want to give back to the local communities.
Well, I will say the Community Cares Fund is really an extension of what we have done at TVA for many years. This is an example of when we work with Second Harvest to bring relief into communities. We've been doing that for years, really. Where we come out and do mobile food distributions in areas that really are needy. It's just a way that we give back, and that's really what TVA is about. We provide power to our local communities, but really more than anything, TVA was formed to serve communities of the Valley. And so this, again, is an extension of our service, whether it's economic development or power, or working in stewardship of our rivers and recreation areas. It's really about the Valley and our communities here.
Absolutely. Megan, talk a little bit about some of the requirements that TVA has. I don't know, that may be a better question for Bethany, that come with the Community Cares Funds. There are certain things that have to be met. There's some guidelines that are there as well.
So some of the guidelines that we have, they're matching funds. So whatever FPU, our partner here with Fayetteville Public Utilities, puts into the fund, we match them up to a certain percent. But we also partner with agencies like Hands of Mercy, where it's a 501c3. So it has to be someone that's a nonprofit local agency.
All right. And talk about how, Jimmy touched on the fact that you've been doing this for years, but this is part of the pandemic relief. And so talk about some of the other things that that TVA has done to offer pandemic relief to the communities.
That may be a better one for Jimmy.
Okay.
Sorry.
We have several things. One is an effort to help businesses get back on their feet and get back to work. And so we call it the Back to Business initiative, where we are able to provide them some credits to help them come back. If they're thinking about coming back, but they're concerned about coming back maybe mid-month, we have provided some credits to help them get back quicker. we also provided to our local power companies some some financing that helps them to, it's what we call a stabilization fund that allowed them to kind of look at their financial situation that results from folks not being able to pay their bills. And so it gives them kind of a financial backstop, our local power companies. And then another thing we did is that we saw that our over the course of this year, even in the midst of declines in revenue and declines in sales, we were able to also find savings in our expenses and operating expenses that allowed us to have really quite a good year that we could provide back to our communities and to our local power companies some savings into this next year. And that's what we call our pandemic relief credit. And so that's going to be providing our local power companies some relief as well.
All right. And some other things on the residential side for our customers at home. There are some things out there right now for them. And so, Bethany, we'll let you talk about that, about, virtual home energy audits and all kinds of good things.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's ways for you to learn how to save energy in your home. You can go to energyright.com. You can call Fayetteville Public Utilities, and they'll be able to lead you in the right direction on the way to save energy in your home. There's also a way to do a DIY evaluation of your home, where you can do it yourself. Go online, go to energyright.com, complete the home evaluation, and get a free kit in the mail that includes LED lights, some Home Depot gift card, and other savings tools.
All right, so there's a lot of good things going on, and wanted to tell folks at home a little bit about that. Thank you, Jimmy, Megan, and Bethany, for coming, and thank you for talking to our viewers at home.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We are here with our student worker, Libby Quick. Libby and I have been working together just about all summer and it's continuing on through the fall. And Libby was at Fayetteville High School last year. She was on our student board, and then it's evolved into this. And also last year at Fayetteville High School, you were on Tiger TV. Talk about that program.
At Fayetteville High School in the media program, we have the Tiger Tales program that goes to Ralph Askins, and we educate the little kids, and we send educational programs about what they should be doing during the holidays, and staying safe during Halloween and stuff like that.
Yep. We thought that she would like that being from that, but you're actually planning on doing something different.
Yes, sir. I plan on majoring in biology and continuing my education to be a physician assistant later.
Very good. Well, one thing about this experience is sometimes when you have youth, it actually helps us all in the office, and we appreciate what you've done, and you've got to help me through your experience at the school. So we appreciate what you've done, and today's an exciting day. We've got to do a few other little things outside, but COVID has kind of changed a little bit of the things that we normally do. But we are getting out today, and we're all social distancing, and you see a lot of people wearing masks. It's hard to wear a mask and talk on television, but we appreciate what you do. And today, this makes you feel good to do some of the things that we do at FPU.
Most definitely.
Yep. So, again, we thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you're going to continue to do, and we wish you luck in the future.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We caught up with Levi Ogle. Levi is a Washington Youth Tour winner this year, but didn't get to go because of COVID. So I can't ask you how the trip was, but it turned out to be it turned out good. You're still a winner, and we appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about what Riverside's doing here today.
We're just doing whatever we can to help out. Loading, unloading. We're gonna be the ones taking the carts to the cars and helping get their food to them. So
good.
Main job today. So
how long are you gonna be here today, you think?
It's about lunchtime.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, it makes you feel good to do something for those in need. Your family brings corn to a lot of places in the community. I know that makes you feel proud and just give it away, and we appreciate it. Me and my family appreciate it, and I know it makes you feel good to be a part of a family to do that.
Yes, sir.
Just like RCA. Tell us a bit what's happening in RCA. I see you playing football.
Yes, sir.
It's different football. Let's talk about what kind of football it is.
So we play 8-man. So it's a lot more fast paced and there's a whole lot more scoring. So a lot more spread out as well. So
what position do you play?
I play guard.
Guard.
Yes, sir.
So if you got 8-man football, that's let's see, 3 less than normal.
Yes, sir.
So you have more receivers or what?
We have 2 less linemen on the line and then 1 less receiver usually. We don't run a tight end. So
okay. Still kick the ball and
yes,
all
sir.
that same procedure
Yes,
there. What about the length of the game?
As far as time, there's no difference.
Still 4
Same
quarters.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Well, we appreciate what you do. How has the season been so far?
It's good. We're 2-1 right now, looking to hopefully clinch a Division I playoff spot right now. So it's been going good. So.
Well, good luck. Sound like they're ready for you here.
Yes,
appreciate what you do, and congratulations on winning the Washington Youth Tour contest.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
We've got Tina Hudson with us, and Tina is in charge of Hands of Mercy. Tina, tell us a little bit about Hands of Mercy and what kind of the story of Hands of Mercy and what you guys do here and what you offer to people here in Fayetteville and Lincoln County.
Okay, well, thank you for being here this morning. We're actually a Christian-based nonprofit 501c3. We were started in 2006. We mainly focus on food. We do some utility bill assistance. But our main focus is just feeding the community. We're open here at our center every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 3, so people can come and get food from us. We have changed our distribution to doing monthly. We also do our weekend feeding program, which is where we feed the children through the school systems that maybe otherwise would not have food in their homes. And then we've got some additional outreaches that we do, the mobile pantry being one of them, so we're having one of those today. And so that kind of is a quick snippet of what we do at Hands of Mercy and kind of what we're about. But yeah.
All right, and today's mobile food pantry, let's talk a little bit about that. The Second Harvest food truck has come in, and talk about how this all works and how it all kind of, we've got some video of how it's all kind of set up, but let's talk a little bit about how that works.
Well, it's basically just a tractor trailer full of food that they unload, we unpallet, we have to bag and box up, and then we're feeding it out the door to the clients. We are doing drive-through, which our clients love, because a lot of our clients are elderly, so when we were doing it at the fairgrounds, it was just such a lengthy process. A lot of them they were fainting, just couldn't hold out. So the drive-through thing has been great. So and it's basically just, like I said, a trailer full of food that we're able to bless the community with, and so it's a huge help to them. So.
And there's a lot of different items in each one of the carts that goes out, and you might talk a little bit about that.
Right, and it's a lot of it we don't know until the truck gets here, till it unloads. But there is usually a lot of produce, dairy, things like that. So that's. And those are great things to be able to give, because those are the kind of more the expensive things at the stores, and it's healthy food too, so we like to be able to give that. But there's a lot of dry goods that they're getting, so it's just a good mix of both.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, wonderful. Let's talk about today's mobile food pantry. There's some FPUs here. We also have some folks from TVA. Right. And so let's talk a little bit about that and what the role is that plays there.
Yes, absolutely. We were fortunate and blessed that this mobile pantry was quite largely underwritten by a grant from TVA, so we are so gracious and thankful for that. We're thankful for y'all being here and the TVA representatives. But the more that we can get a mobile pantry and it's underwritten by a grant, that's just more food that we can order and we're able to bless the community with. So it's just awesome that they were able to, mostly underwrite the one we're having today. So we're grateful for that, absolutely.
Tina, talk about how many folks, when we're talking about feeding people in our community, a mobile food pantry, and why that's so important is, a mobile food pantry can feed how many people?
Typically, the truck will feed around 250. Now, we don't have that many signed up today, but we have seen a little bit of a decline in the numbers that we usually have signed up, but it's normally around 250 is what it will feed. Today, we're feeding a little over 150 families that are coming through. But those 150 will be able to kind of double up on some of the items that they're getting, so we'll be able to kind of bless them a little more. So that's in conjunction with the food that they can come and get from us every Tuesday or Thursday once a month, so they can receive both food draws, you might say. And then, because a lot of this food is different than what we give out on a given Tuesday or Thursday, especially with the fruits, the vegetables, things like that. So it's a lot of extra stuff that they're able to get. So, yeah.
All right. So it's every Tuesday and Thursday. Folks can come in, and if they've got a need, they can come see you guys. And tell you where you're located and how they can get in touch with you.
We are located at 101 Easy Street. I know everybody's like, I didn't even know we had an Easy Street in Fayetteville, but we do. So we're located at 101 Easy Street. We're right off of Maple Street. And we're open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 3. You can reach us by calling us at 433-4263. So 433, it spells out hand, kind of easy to remember it. There are some qualifications in order to receive food from us, so if you need to get that information, feel free to call us before you come, and then we can kind of let the clients know what they would need to bring. It's not too much, but they do have to prove they live in Lincoln County, proof of income and things like that, so yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Tina, let's talk a little bit just about, like, you suggested folks call before they come, but also, give them a call. She talked about they do a little bit of utility assistance as well.
Right.
And there's a lot of different programs that you guys offer here, but you're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's something we're desperate for right now. So yeah, anybody that's interested in volunteering, we'd love to have you. There's all kinds of different help to do, so you don't always have to have a strong back or be able to lift, a lot of weight. I mean, some of that is, heavy lifting, but some of it's not. So there's something really for everybody that they could help at any kind of, place here. So yeah, definitely give us a call if you're interested in volunteering. It's 6 hours. I always tell people, hey, even if you just volunteer on the first Tuesday of every month, I mean, it all helps in helping us, because right now we're feeding about 450 families a month. So that's a lot of food that we're going through, and we do get our weekly food truck in on Thursdays, so we can always use extra help on Thursdays because we're processing clients plus trying to get the truck unloaded and that kind of thing. So it's quite a busy day on Thursdays. So
absolutely. And you also talked about your backpack feeding program that you guys offer here as well. And so I know you're always needing snacks and things that are easy for young people.
Yes. That's always a standing need during the school year. I say we go through so many crackers and snacks, and so yeah, if you want to, there's a way for everybody to be involved. That's what I love about what we do, whether it's praying for us, monetarily, volunteering, food drives. So yes, definitely snacks is something that we can use. Any kind of individually wrapped snack, cracker, that kind of thing. And you're welcome to drop them off on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 3. You can also drop off at First Baptist Church. They've got a box there for us. So they're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. So their hours, are a little more consistent than ours. So you could drop off food there also.
But Tina would welcome that if you wanted to do a little bit of a fundraiser or something with your community and some of the different community outreaches here that we have and clubs. She would love that.
Yes.
But also are the local churches, and like she said, you can drop it off here Tuesdays or Thursdays, or you can drop it off at First Baptist Church from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, yeah.
All
We
right.
try to make it easy, and I'm gracious that they let us do that, because that definitely helps for us to be a little more consistent on the time that they're open. So yeah. And we can always use monetarily donations on that. It costs $160 to feed one child for the school year. So, if you can't feed one child, maybe you can go in with another family, or, and feed, everybody does $40 or something, and you help feed that child. So, and I always tell people, it doesn't matter if it's $1 or if it's $1,000, it all helps feed somebody, and that's the important thing. So.
Absolutely. Well, Tina, we appreciate you. We know you've got a lot to do, so we'll catch back up with you in a little bit.
Okay, thank y'all for being here today.
Thank you.